In my childhood, anytime a relative came from Mexico to visit, my dad treated them and our entire family to a day at Disneylandia, as he called it. Coming from a large, extended familia, these frequent trips to the happiest place on earth always became the highlight of our relatives' visit. And today, they trigger many fond and fun memories because everything at Disneylandia was fun, including the first thing you'd see upon entering, the parking lot. Yay! You might end up getting a space in Section D for Donald, or G for Goofy, or I for I'm lost. And to 4-year-old me, the parking lot, it looked huge. And so was the entrance fee. $3.50 for a child and $5 for an adult. As my dad would say, wow! Our first trips to Disneyland, they were just my immediate family. Here's the main cast of characters. No, the other cast of characters, please. My mom and sisters Louise, Marta, Maria, and me, and baby Rachel. Dad was there too, but as always, behind the lens. The first relative we took to Disneylandia was our crazy Aunt Clara. Here she is on the Autopia. Clara never did learn to drive. This first ride aboard the submarine voyage is very memorable because no sooner did we get in when baby Rachel had some sort of World War I U-boat flashback and she began crying really loud. It was like, so loud that we all got off right away. And though we begged her every time we went for 20 years, Mom never boarded the Matterhorn, opting instead to do what mothers continue to do to this day: wait outside while holding all their kids' sweaters and stuff. Mom always said that I was an angel as a child, but take a look at this. Oh, I remember why little angel Cris, punched that little pig. He was the one who kept chasing my sister Louise all around Fantasyland. Louise never liked pork. According to Dad, no trip to Fantasylandia was complete without the miniature world of the storybook canal boats. And at this point, Dad would make reference to my Uncle Sal's diminutive stature by saying, "Hey, if my brother Sal moves to the U.S., he can live there." Uncle Sal ultimately did immigrate, but he chose to live in Van Nuys instead. That's my sister Marta with Dopey. Marta's on the left. Upon my grandmother Esther's visit to Disneylandia, we kids were cautioned about how old and frail she was. Right. I sat next to her during the Flight to the Moon ride, where she became terrified and held onto my arm with a vice-like grip for the duration of the entire 5-minute voyage to the moon and back. Once off the ride, I told my mom, "Grandma isn't frail. She almost broke my arm." In 1966, we took my father's mother, Grandma Amalita, and my cousins Javier and Judy to see the magic sights. Hey, check out Marge Simpson in the background. Hey, with the monkeys. Dad once astutely noticed that the house of the future resembled a giant wheel of Jalisco cheese with a big slice missing. He'd never missed Monsanto's ride through and of course especially the Carousel of Progress. You know, now that I think of it, that ride accurately predicted man's future. Today there are a lot of fake plastic-looking people. By my 12th birthday, my older sisters were too busy with homework and boyfriends to join our cousin Eva and us for a most memorable Disneylandia visit. Our stay at the Disneyland Hotel, yay! We got to spend 2 days in Anaheim Heaven to see the new Pirates of the Caribbean ride, which slightly confused my Mexican parents. See, to them, the Caribbean meant Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, Cuba. Did they really expect to see Celia Cruz wearing an eye patch singing, "Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me, azúcar baby"? Years later, Dad took my mom's sister, Aunt Amparo, and her 3 boys, all dressed alike. I called them Huey, Dewey, and Louie all day. Today, many of the good old rides are gone forever, like the Pack Mules, the speedboats, Captain Hook's amazing pirate ship, the Skyway, but many favorites still remain. Dumbo still flies over Fantasyland. The wildly spinning Mad Tea Party continues to cause joy, regret, and indigestion, in that order. The rocket jets, though redesigned, still soar high over Tomorrowland. Main Street is still alive with turn-of-the-century entertainment. And the Jungle Cruise guides still tell those same awful jokes. The hippos are only dangerous when they wiggle their ears. Oh no! They're wiggling their ears! They're wiggling their ears! I had to shoot them. They were attacking the boat. And as the years sped by, my dad continued to treat my aunts, uncles, and cousins to Disneylandia. It's a shame that the man who made these trips possible is barely seen in these family pictures and home movies, because I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. The best part about those Disneylandia days was watching my hyper-responsible workaholic dad, who survived an impoverished, tough childhood, finally letting go and having fun. Funny, Dad and I went to Disneylandia for the same reason, to watch each other act like a kid.